Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing some alcapurrias, but we're gonna attempt them. We'll see how these turn out. I'm gonna be using some plátano verde, some green bananas, and some plátanos. So guineo verde, and plátanos. So green bananas and green plantains. That's for starters. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna start peeling, and so I'm gonna peel and do all that stuff before we can get started. Just remember, don't forget to subscribe, like. As of now, just hit that like button really quick. Hit that like button and share it. Share it away. Get me some people in here. Let's try to get our Boricua people together and let's teach our culture. So let's just get started. For starters, to peel the plátanos, you're gonna remove the two ends. So you're gonna remove the two ends and you're gonna make a slit right down the center, not all the way, just on the outer skin. And with your knife, you could just help it a little bit. Put your hand in. If it doesn't come out, I don't want to mess up my nails. You're gonna go in. Just get that first part out. This is me because I don't want to mess up my nails. And then with this part of your hand, just put your hand, your hand right through it, and we're gonna peel them. We do that with all the plátanos and the bananas. Again, same way. Two ends are taken out. Right in the center, we're gonna go ahead and hit the top. Put yourself in through there. And then exactly that. If it's a little bit too hard like this one is, just use your knife to help you along. I'm not trying to go crazy here. One way that's really easy to peel bananas is putting them in hot water for just a little bit, and that will help loosen the skin. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel all of my bananas and my plátanos, and we're going to get ourselves situated. Just remove any of the green little stuff that you see around. And that's it. There you have your plátano and your guineo. I'm gonna peel them all. I'll show you that next. Okay, so here we have un guayo, a box grater. It has different sides. It's got this one side to make arañitas. That's what I use this one for. This is super fine, a super fine grate. Then we have this one like to make chips. If you wanted to make chips, I'll show you. To make plantain chips, perfect. But the one that we're using is this side. And what we want to do is, I'm wearing gloves because I don't want, this has mancha and I don't want it to be all over me. So you could tell that the banana is a lot softer than the plantain. So I'm just showing you what they look like. So this is a banana. Be careful you don't graze your fingers. That's why I'm wearing gloves. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a plátano so you guys can see the difference. Plátano is a little thicker. It's not as thin as banana. So this is what we're doing here. Usually for alcapurrias, I will use more plátanos than bananas. I might just peel one more plátano because the plátanos are bigger than the bananas. So I'm going to show you really quick when I finish this one what the masa starts to look like. Okay, and I want you to see the difference between both masas. One is more just plátano, this side is bananas. So anyways, I'm going to continue to do this and I'll show you guys once that's done. Okay, so here we have our masa. Just taking it out, making sure everything is out of it. Look on the bottom of it, there's always more masa in there. Anyways, So I want to show you really quickly what it looks like. Okay. I'm just testing it. I'm going to put on, give it a quick. I'm going to add one more plátano to this. And then when I come back, I will show you guys how to season this. Okay, just want to show you. Here is my masa. And in my masa, I am going to add, for now, 1 envelope of sazon with culantro and achote. Color. I'm going to add about 2 of these of sofrito. This is achote oil that I made myself, so I'm gonna add 2 of these also. Gives it a banging color. Let me wash my hands. By the way, that achote oil, don't get it on your clothes because it will not come out. I'm gonna add some comino. I add comino to everything, by the way. Some garlic powder with parsley. This all I'm developing flavors. Some oregano from my mama's garden, Puerto Rico. I have some black pepper. If you like black pepper, add it. If you don't like it, don't add it. I'm gonna add some what is this, garlic that I grated. I'm adding a little bit of adobo. I say a little bit, but I mean enough, you know. And some salt, and I'm gonna go ahead and start giving this a little spin here. In a minute, I'm gonna put my hands right in there because I like it all to be nicely incorporated. So let me actually put on a glove so that way I don't get the achote oil on my hands, because it's already on my hands, but you know, more than what it needs to be. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to start, you could say, massaging the flavors in here. You don't understand. As soon as you do grate some of this, as soon as it happens, your house smells like pasteles. And how I know if it's done is that I taste it. If it needs more salt, I'll add it. But doesn't always need more salt. Not eat, Jesus. So look at my nails, aren't they cute? Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and just grab a little bit of the masa. I'm gonna add some more salt. Sorry for my hand being in the way. It's very soft at this moment, so I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator while I prepare the picadillo. I'm gonna give it a quick taste again. Perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this masa and I'm gonna pop it into my refrigerator for it to get cool and a little bit more set so I can handle it before making the Alcapurrias. Next, I'll show you how to make the picadillo. Okay, in here I have been browning. I have browned my ground beef. I'm only using a small amount. I use like a little pack of ground beef. I already browned it and I already drained it. Now in there, I'm going to add sofrito. How much sofrito? Lo que te dé la gana, lo que te guste, whatever you like. If you don't like too much sofrito, then don't add too much sofrito. I'm adding sazon. Same thing that I added to the masa. I'm adding to this, okay? Some garlic powder. I added a lot. Oregano. Do a little bit more. A little bit of black pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit of achote oil. That's it, no more than that. my garlic, because like I say, garlic, that's my motto. Garlic is life. I think you always need garlic. Anyway, so here I'm gonna give it a quick mix. Let all those flavors get to know each other very well. Now, I cut and cubed up a small potato, and I popped it in the microwave so that way I can get it softened with nothing on it. I didn't add no salt, no nothing, just that. So I'm adding the potatoes to the meat so that way everything in here, let's put a little bit of the water, everything in here starts to develop the same flavor. Oh, I got it all over my stove. So that's what I have here, right? I'm also going to be adding some olives, pero las voy a picar. I'm gonna chop them up like in half, you know. I can't do too many olives because my husband's not a fan of olives, so no le echamos mucho. Okay, so we continue to cook por un ratito, so that way everything, all the flavors get to develop. I'm adding my olives, and I'm adding a roasted red pepper that I'm going to chop up. That depends on the pieces that you want to add to it. Pimiento morrones, and we give it a stir. Let those flavors get to know each other. It already looks good. Next, I am going to chop up un poquitito de cilantro. Not a lot, just a little bit. I'm going to chop it, and I'm going to put it directly there. Chopping. And I'm adding you notice I have not added any no sazon to this yet, right? I didn't want to do it yet. I don't want to make the meat salty, because if it's salty, then te chavaste. But if it's not salty, you could always add salt, but you can't take away salt. So it's good. Ahora I'm going to add a little bit of sazon. Lo veniamos. Look how nice. Beautiful picadillo. I don't want the picadillo to be watery. Oh, perfect. That is it. Since our picadillo ya estaba un poco de esto, ¿cómo es? Ya estaba cocinado, so it doesn't take a long time. I'm gonna add a little bit of cayenne pepper para darle pique, un poquito de pique. So that's what I added. Lo apagamos. Ahí tienes el picadillo. Mira qué bonito. Anyway, ahí está el picadillo. Next, hacemos alcapurria. Okay, so I let my masa cool some. You could let it firm up overnight. It'll be even better, but I'm trying to rush. So we're gonna need a space with your counter. You're gonna have you're gonna need like a little sheet pan or something, so you can put your alcapurrias into as you prepare them, as you make them. And so you're gonna need a spoon for your picadillo, a spoon for your thing. You're gonna need either wax paper or parchment paper or plastic wrap. I'm gonna use these little squares that my mama sent me. For this, you could either use the achiote oil, or you can use some regular pan spray, so that way it doesn't stick. And this is just a me thing. You don't have to. I just prefer it. This is the easy way. Just like if I was making a pastel. And I'm putting in my picadillo. You put as much or as little as you want. Make sure there's some olive in there. So you put your picadillo and then you're gonna give it a flip. Make sure everything está bien unido. Okay. This is to make them that like this, like a little empanada, if you want to call them that. And you put them in your thing here, and you continue to make as much or as little as you want to make. If you don't want to make them all today, you could just put them in the refrigerator, the masa, until tomorrow or whatever. You don't have to make it all at once. Usually I prefer to make this and let the masa rest in the refrigerator a little longer. Now I'm doing them this way, but I might show you a quick other way. Okay, so these I'm just putting them in. Another thing is that you can make them like I said, the way I did them, or you can make them rounder, where again same method. Your meat, you can go here.
I can't connect to the Wi-Fi network.
Oh my goodness.
You might want to check the connection settings in the Google Home app.
And Google is talking, so all I'm doing is pressing them. Let me show you like this. Is pressing them that way. If you want to make it a little simpler for you guys to see, I'm gonna grab a bench, a little scraper, and you could just scrape it in. And look, boom, you round them. And I just made them largos. See? So it's up to you, whichever way you want to make it. I'm going to continue to do this, and I'll show you once I'm done how many I have left. In the meantime, I am going to pop 1 or 2 in the freezer so I can get them cold so I can fry. I remember my mom making these, and she would just put some oil on her hands and do them in her hands. That I would do if I was making a very, very small batch. But to make my life easier, I think doing it this way is a little better. So I'm just going to show you once again. I'm going to put some masa in. Depends how big you want them. Making them small. Put your picadillo. You can make your picadillo out of chicken, out of pork, out of lamb, out of whatever you want. Bring it down. Get your little scraper and just push it. You got a perfect little cylinder. So that's what I'm doing. And then I bring it around and I put it in here. I'm just going to show you the last ones that I'm making so that way. So I'm making these all cylinder. I'm going to probably get one more out of this. A small one, but I'll get one more. These are going to be really small. You can make them like this small for like a party. Oh, yeah. Mira. Chiquititos. And we flip them around. And let's do the very last one. So I'm coating it with a little bit of spray. That way it'll make it easier for me to remove it. I'm going to grab whatever is left out of my masa, which you can tell is absolutely not much at all. And we're gonna, you don't waste anything. So, look how tiny this one's gonna be. Oh my God, this is gonna be like a super baby. And I'm gonna add a little tiny bit of picadillo. Boom. And small. Flip it around. This here is what I got out of it. Without counting what I have already. I have 3 in the freezer getting cold so I can fry them. So these are my alcapurrias. I will show you next what I'm gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna put some oil to be heating. I was already frying on this one just a minute ago, so these are still a little wet, as you can tell. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to grab it from one end And I'm going to remove the paper. And I'm going to go to the other side and try to do the same thing. Yes. And now I want you to grab like a little spoon. Because it's still wet. Once it sets good, we're good to go. And you want to grab it and flip it on your hand and undo it just like that. And we are going to bring it into the oil. I did this the wrong way. I should have just waited a little longer because the oil isn't hot. But I'll grab the other one. So what we want to make sure, we just want to get it in the oil. I'm trying to move it without messing it up too bad. Okay, that's good. That little bit is for you to eat in a little while. Anyway, so you grab the other one. You're going to do the same thing. I'm doing one of the rounder ones. One of the things my mama always taught me is was when you get it in your hands, with your hands wet, amásalo. That way you get a prettier looking. And we're gonna carefully that you don't burn yourself. And that one I just telling you the masa is still a little bit too wet. So you need it to set a little bit more. But my hubby already ate one and he said it was good. So for now, we're gonna fry to golden on one end, and I'm gonna lower the flame because I don't want them to get crispy in the outside and not cooked on the inside. So like a medium. And we're gonna cook them until they're golden on one side, then we're gonna flip them and cook them until they're golden, and then we serve. I'll show you when I flip. So now we're gonna give this a quick flip. Be careful, don't burn yourself. So we give it a flip there and a flip here. Oh, be careful. This one is broken in half, so that's why it's better if you let them cool, but that's okay. So we are getting these now golden, the same golden on the opposite side, and then you just eat some alcapurrias, yes. And I'm putting these in a paper towel to drain. That one, the meat came out of it, but it's okay. It broke when I was putting it in. Anyway, so there you have it. Those are my alcapurrias. Next, I'll show you the plate. So there you go. Alcapurrias Lala style. Simple. To me, it is. You can't get simpler. I think it's easy to make. Again, if you let the masa set even longer now, you leave it in the refrigerator until they're firm so you can take them out easier. It comes out a lot better. You can always reshape with your hands a little wet and make them a little more smoother. I'm hurrying up. So anyway, so there you have it. Alcapurrias a la Lala. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Maddie Lala here at Maddie's Puerto Rican Kitchen. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends about me, okay? God bless you. I'll see you on the next video. Bye. I know I said bye, but just want to show you something. Take a look. Oh yeah, that's money. Yeah, just wanted to say that.